haunted house is this? Hi guys, so I'm in Bedhampton, which is in Hampshire on the south coast of England. This is where I grew up. This is where I started my interest in paranormal. I'm going to take you to a couple of places I used to hang out when I was a kid. This is one of them. Like none of this, I don't know what's here, but none of this used to be here. But right where this house is behind here. Oh, there's a train. Remember the train? But where this house is behind me, there used to be an abandoned house. This is back in the 80s. So back in the 80s I used to come here. Before this house was here, there was an abandoned building. Me and my friend used to hang out in there, scare each other, say it was haunted, because, not that you can see it now, but right here, there used to be a gate and you could walk across the train tracks, and there was a path to the other side, and that was a big spot where people used to commit suicide. So we always used to think that the ghosts of the people that would commit suicide would haunt the abandoned house. Obviously the abandoned house not there anymore, but it used to be right there. So I was doing like urbex back in the 80s when I was a little kid. But yeah, there used to be a train track, there still is a train track. There used to be a little path, little gate, and literally it's quite dangerous if you think about it, because you used to have to look, make sure there's no trains coming, and then literally like run. But yeah, this is where I used to go in this haunted house. See that? You can see the train maybe. Go in this house, abandoned house. I remember the stairs were always like really sketchy and rickety, but we used to like scare ourselves and go in there and see if we could see a ghost. Okay, next spot is up here. Okay guys, this is a church in Bedhampton. Okay, this is the church that has been here, parts of it have been here for 1,000 years. I used to sit on this wall and hang out in this tree. I guess I should leave this open. I used to come in here at night, sit up in this tree. I mean, look at this tree, how old it is. And they've like bricks inside. So you can see the bricks. So even back then, but when I used to go here, they still had these bricks. But I mean, look how old this tree is. Yeah, me and my friend used to come here at night, just sit in the tree, scaring ourselves. I mean, it's a pretty small church, but it's super cool. The history, well, my history. All those people over there now. I mean, this is new, it's never used to be here. But I mean, pretty impressive. Parts of this church were 1,000 years old, so God knows how old some of these graves are. Some of this is 1848. Tiny, but it's in the middle of nowhere, so nobody really used to come here at night. Look at this one. Look at that. That's really cool. There's quite a few people about, so I don't want to be like hanging around here too long. I mean, look at these ones. Then we come back round to that tree again. Look how nuts this tree is. I know how old some of the graves are. Can't really hang around too much because there's lots of people about. Oh, look at this stuff. Lots of people about, so I have to be kind of a bit subtle and not blatant. But look at this bit. I mean, look at these groves by the wall. You can see the wall, there's the road. Look at these. Kind of crazy. Look at that. Okay, this is the church. That's where the abandoned house used to be in the train tracks. Now again up here, hopefully there's no one about. But people walk up here quite a bit. See lots of trains. Nice little bird there. Now this house coming up here used to be a mill. and there was a, I guess it was an urban legend, I'm sure it's not true, but people used to say a guy hanged himself. I mean, it's a super awesome building. From up there, a guy supposedly hung himself way back in the days. But this hill, we used to skateboard. We used to come up here skateboarding when we were kids. And right here is where I think I saw my first ever, I guess you would call it a ghost. We're at the top of the hill skateboarding. There was a guy walking along here, an old man walking along here with his dog. And this was at night, and we were skateboarding. We were waiting at the top of the hill, waiting for him to come past so we could skate down the hill. And then we looked back, and he was gone, like just disappeared. And there was nowhere for an old person to go. I mean, there's the bridge there with the like I said, there's a bridge there that goes over to the railway. I might try a quick necrophonic, super quick one. Lots of people walk about. See, he was right here, right there. We could see him, then he just disappeared. This is the train. There used to be a path you could walk across there. That's where the house used to be. Just see if it picks up anything. I'm sure it won't. But yeah, we saw that, and we obviously pooped our pants, and we went all the way around there, absolutely miles to get back to where I lived. But we didn't want to walk back down there. We never came back again. Well, we did, but quite a few weeks later. Is anyone here with me? Want to say something? Do you remember me when I used to come here as a kid? He's the old man with the dog here. There's an alarm going off. Okay, let's shut this off. Okay guys, I'm going to wind it up. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, write a comment, tell me what you think, tell me your paranormal story. But yeah, I just wanted to say how I kind of started out in this, because I'm down here in Bedhampton, just outside Portsmouth on the south coast of England. This is where, this area here, when I first saw my first ghost, apparition, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, that's where he was. Thanks for watching. See you later, guys.
You know, people with the people that lived here before.
What do you mean, like their energies or something?
I don't know. I don't understand it really. You know.
But then you say
But
Gene.
you do sort of feel sometimes that, especially at night, that there's somebody else around. Even when Ray and I used to be here on our own. You know.
Yeah, you said that the old man that was here before his wife died, and they had her body in the front room to kind of people come and look at it, or whatever they did back then.
Yeah, lakes are pretty common back then.
But yeah, definitely. Sometimes at night it does feel like there's something.
What in here? Where we are?
Yeah.
Your place, where you are.
Do you remember once when I sleepwalked and I came in here? Do you remember that, or you don't remember that? Like when I lived here when I was really young.
No. What happened?
I was in bed asleep, and then I was dreaming that I woke up, or I just got out of bed and I walked in here. I unlocked the door, came in here, and just stood in here.
Yeah.
And I was just standing in this room.
Yeah.
And I was like dreaming it that I was doing that.
Yeah.
And then Dad came and turned the light, and I was like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And I was actually here.
Oh.
I actually did it. I actually walked in here and was asleep.
Yeah.
But it's the only time I ever did it.
People do sleepwalk.
And Dad like
Must be frightening, especially when you got stairs.
Oh gosh, yeah, can you imagine?
Yeah.
Or you go out the front and you're walking in the
Well,
street
sometimes
or
they put
something.
gates, don't they? But
Yeah.
only for children, babies, and all that. One at the top, one at the bottom for children.
But it's weird. I came in here. It's almost like someone was drawing me in here.